Hey guys, so for today's workshop, we are doing a bit more into goal setting, but the main aim of this activity is to mitigate the obstacles that are going to pop up when you're trying to achieve that goal. Okay, so in other words, we're one step ahead of the things that are going to get in our way. Now this activity is really good because it doesn't just necessarily have to be about health and fitness goals. It can be goals in general. And also, with any task that you do want to complete, doing this activity means that you can get it done without getting sort of preoccupied by other things like life that just pops up out of nowhere and says, hey, bam. So look, the main aim of today is to pick a goal and dive into it deeper, because you should already have a goal, and then pretty much, like I said, come up with that game plan of how to be that one step ahead. Okay, so look, we've got 2 bits of paper. So if you don't have 2 bits of paper, grab 2 bits of paper, pause it, come back to it, make sure you've got your 2 bits of paper. Okay, now on this bit of paper, so choose 1 bit of paper, I want you to write your goal. Okay, so for example, I'll try to write big enough so you can see. Goal. Say my goal is to I want to lose 5 kilos in 10 weeks. All right, so lose 5 kg in 10 weeks. Okay, now that's my goal. Now, super important to have your goal, because if you don't know what you're trying to work to. Okay, so important that we have a goal. The next thing, and this is one of the most important things, is your list of values. Okay, so list of values. Now, I hope that didn't trigger anyone. It's not dead center, but it's abstract. So look, the main aim of this bit of paper is to write down everything that's important to you, that occupies your time, okay? Everything that matters to you in your life, okay? And label it of most important down the line. So you can pick 5 things, whatever your top things that occupy your time the most, write them down. Okay, so family, work, sleep, health. Oh God, I almost forgot how to spell health. Don't tell anyone I said that. Health, and then so on, so on, so on. Now, to find what this is, you pretty much have to just say, like, family. Look, is family my number 1 thing? Yes, obviously it is. It should be. If it's not, you better get your priorities straight. Work, cool, career, yep, sleep. Now, depending on how these sort of fit, pretty much ask yourself the question, do you value sleep over work? Like, are you going to call in sick to work because you just want to go to sleep, or are you going to get up and make sure you're at work on time? Hopefully you get to work on time, so work is above sleep. Now this one here too, would you sacrifice, say, 2 hours of sleep to get up earlier and go and exercise? Some days yes, some days no, but what do you do the most? If you value sleep more than health and fitness, then you put it there. Look, everyone's got their order of importance. It doesn't matter where things lie. The important thing is that it's accurate, because when we set this goal, if it doesn't link up and you've lied, that's when you cause barriers in the road, okay? So, super important. Now look, from here, I've got my goal and I have my list of values. So from here, all I need to do is find out what this goal is and where it fits into here. So for example, my goal is to lose 5 kilos in 10 weeks. That sits under this goal here, right? 4th. So from there, I can look at everything else in life, and I know that for me to work on this, my sleep is going to take priority, work is going to take priority, and family is going to take priority. So how can I still achieve this goal when these are going to be more important to me? Okay, so for example, I wouldn't go and book my SpeedFit session after work because I'm going to prioritize my work over this. So if you're, prone to having like last minute meetings pop up, that's pretty much a no-no, because you know that if that does happen, and if it does happen often, you're not going to say, no, I'm not going to this meeting. I've got my SpeedFit session, I'm going to that. You're going to say, oh, cool, I've got work, I've got to stay back. Sorry, I can't come in for my session. That's what that means. So you know that you're not going to book a session after work. You're going to have to work out, you're either getting up earlier, so you're going to have to rethink this one. All right, this one might have to go to 4 and that might have to go to 3 if you're willing to do so. Or it means that you're doing your session on the weekend when work isn't a priority, and you can do a later session because it lets you have your sleep and it gives you your family time still, okay? That's the main basis of that. So I'm not gonna sit here and dive into it like for every single goal, but look at what goal you've set, take it over here, look at where it sort of sits in with this, and then for each obstacle that sort of has the ability to stand in the way, find out what you can do to make sure that this goal happens, okay? So, like I said, if it is family, you make sure that family's sorted before your session. You don't say, cool, I got my session, see how we go, we'll wing it. Because you know, oh, cool, family's popped up, I've got to do this. I got to miss my session because the kids have this appointment, or, oh, we have lunch, I totally forgot about it. Like, you have to be on the ball with that. You have to know, all right, cool, I have this, and this. That involves the family. Where can I fit my sessions in that I'm going to be able to get to and I'm not going to cancel? So you wouldn't go and book, your session before lunch or after lunch because you're probably going to stay back to lunch because you're with your family, and that's more important than this, okay? Same thing for work. Like I said, you wouldn't book your session after work because of the meetings. If sleep is more important than this, completely fine if you value your sleep, or if you're not a person that gets enough sleep, cool, like I get it. It just means that for that, you wouldn't be booking the 6 a.m. class because it's going to be hard for you to get up at 6 a.m. and you're more than likely to snooze your alarm and miss your session and then lose that consistency, okay? So you'd be booking sessions where you can have a bit of a sleep in and you're not having to work. So the weekend spot, okay? That's what that's all about. So what I want you to do for your homework, have your goal, write down your list of values, align it, and come up with a game plan. Be one step ahead of these obstacles that are going to pop up that you value more than your goal, and write it down. All right, come up with your game plan. Always be one step ahead of those obstacles, because when it comes to achieving that goal, you know what's going to step in your way and you know your way around it. Super important.